Two groups got together under one roof for some conversation. Tony Long Jr. has the story.
It's a relaxing atmosphere as Hawthorne police officers and local teens talked.
Well, today is one of our police teen dialogues where we come out and meet the local teenage group and we talk about issues that are taking place in the community or whatever issues they want to talk about.
We have a leadership group here at the Hawthorne Teen Center, and the youth actually participate as youth commissioners for the city of Hawthorne.
One of the youth commissioners is Hawthorne High student Destiny, who helped play a role in the preparation of the dialogue.
We kind of invited the police department to come and talk to the teens. We've also put together the sheet of questions so that if anyone got stuck, they can just ask one from there.
Some officers were in uniform, but some came in their civilian attire.
It's good for this youth to be able to see us outside of uniform, because in uniform they see you as police officer or somebody they're supposed to be afraid of when they see them. But when you come outside of uniform, they see that, hey, we talked about basketball, talked about growing up in Hawthorne, so they see that you are one of them.
The officers feel that it's important to establish a relationship with the local youth.
I think this is something cool that I got to air out a little bit, because these are some cool people, you know? Like when I came in here, it was like suits. Like I got scared a little bit, but then at the same time, it was just really cool to meet these people and get to know them a little bit personally. And then you just realize they just like your neighbor.
Well, I think it's critical. If you want to do good police work and provide a great service, it's important to get with our constituents, which are our teenagers, and understand what the concerns are, and also be able to express to them parts of our jobs that they may not know.
According to Teen Center Coordinator Gloria Garcia and Lieutenant Robbie Williams, this is the third year the police teen dialogue has happened. This is Tony Long Jr. for HCTV.
For more information on events, visit the website at www.southbayyouth.org.